Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Trilbee and here's a channel update for the end of April 2014. First of all, I'd like to apologise for the lack of content over the past couple of weeks. The reason for this is twofold. One, because near the beginning to the middle of April, I was involved in a TV project for CBeebies. I can't go into specifics or into much detail right now, but I was filming a script for a proposed series. I wrote the script. I had a very awesome and talented team help to bring it to life, really. It's currently in post-production. Those awesome talented people are currently working their post-production magic, so hopefully something good comes of that. So that was one reason I was quite busy. I posted a couple of photos of it on my Facebook page, Mr. TARDIS Reviews. My Trilbee Reviews page is more, I'm trying to reboot that as well, with more movie related news and stuff. The Mr. TARDIS Reviews Facebook page is more for whatever I want to talk about. Trilbee Reviews is more for news update, movie updates and things like that. Okay, and secondly, the second reason is that after film took a bit of a break from creating content for my sanity, really. Had a 2-day break in York when I was completely detached from YouTube, and it was quite liberating. It was kind of enjoyable to have, because when you have a YouTube account, you kind of have 1,000 people shouting in your ear at once if you're connected, if you're reading the emails, if you're reading the comments. I read every single comment that comes onto my YouTube channel. So when you do that, you get 1,000 voices talking at once, which of course you come to expect. And with the exception of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 review, which I felt very obligated to do so as my civic duty to all of you. Apart from that review, I took a break from creating YouTube content over the past couple of weeks, and I've also been feeling pretty ill over the past couple of weeks. I've been quite weak and finding it difficult to focus on work and other tasks and stuff, but thankfully I'm starting to get better. You might be able to hear it in my voice. As for the next month, the next video you'll get will be the May 2014 preview. Lots of great looking films coming out next month, so you'll get my thoughts and expectations on those. I'm also working on a new editorial video based on the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, for the review, there was a massive, but not totally unexpected, reaction to my review of the film, and one chief complaint that many people had with the review, apart from the fact that I didn't agree with them, or that I didn't, I had the audacity to call a spade and give the film a negative review. One of the chief complaints was that I didn't back up many of my points. Now, to be fair to me, I tried to back up a couple of my points, but to be fair, it's a spoiler-free review, and the thing about The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is that it's so thoroughly complex in how bad it is, and it doesn't warrant a spoiler-free analysis in that regard. And I also don't want to give many examples in my other mini-reviews for this exact reason, to avoid spoilers and stuff. It's although I do admit that I feel more comfortable doing the in-depth stuff. The mini-reviews are sort of more to keep regular content flowing through my channel, to build the audience, to get new subscribers on board with regular content, which I think has worked out pretty well for me, at least. Big Bang's outside, my flatmate's there. But the editorial I'm working on will be a spoilerific one concerning a big plot point near the end of the film, and why it doesn't work at all. Not even a little. So hopefully that will be a big backing up of a very big complaint I had with the film. But after that video, the in-depth reviews are coming back. Hooray! Like I said, the mini-reviews, I'll do them for the bigger films, such as, the upcoming Godzilla or X-Men First Class, etc. And I may do them for the occasional small films, such as the upcoming Frank. That looks really good. I won't do them for every film I see. There's a Patreon perk for that. More on that later. But I think for the bigger films, the ones where people want those immediate reactions, where they'll be looking online for stuff in order to build the audience on my channel, then for those movies I will do the mini reviews for, because those aren't very time consuming. They take about an evening, whereas an in-depth review can take about maybe a week, under a week. I'd say between 4 and 6 days to do an in-depth review to the standards that I would like it to be at. So yeah, the next in-depth review will be Kick-Ass, which was teased at the end of my last in-depth review, which I believe was the Smurfs a couple of months ago. Yeah, it's been a while. But what I'm going to do is that at the end of the in-depth reviews, I'm not going to say what the next review will be, because that way I feel tied to do it. I feel very obligated to do it. Whereas then I have expectations, then maybe it gets delayed and I don't want it, and I don't get around to it, and I don't want to do it, so I won't do that in future. Then the next review after that will be a Doctor Who review on my other channel, my Mr. TARDIS Reviews one. Many of you will be very happy to hear that. But it's not a Series 7 one. In fact, the review I'm doing was requested via Patreon. It was requested by a patron through my Patreon account, and the review is The Gunfighters, which was a William Hartnell story. I've not seen that before, actually. I've wanted to, but now I really have a reason to do so. So myself and the patron will be working on the review together. He gets a say, I get a say, and I'll be looking forward to seeing how the review turns out. And speaking of Patreon, if you would like to get more exclusive regular content from me, or you'd just like to support what I do, then be sure to check out all of the perks and rewards on the website. There's a link down below. I'll put a link in the description and the comments. But it's patreon.com/Trilbee. I've been doing a weekly podcast for Patreon, and people seem to have really enjoyed it, and I've genuinely loved going through all the questions and user-submitted topics. You're a smart bunch. You come up with some really good questions about anything, not just film, but we've talked about games, talked about comics, really good stuff. And another perk is that you get audio reviews from all of the films I've seen for the month of April. For those who paid last month, you're getting them within the next couple of days. Like I said, I took a 2-week break. Also had some sound issues with my microphone, so that's the reason for the delay. But it will not happen again for the next month. So the reviews for the month of April 2014 are The Double, which is brilliant. Noah, Cavalry, Cumber, A Zebra's Tale. Yeah, I saw that. The Quiet Ones, Locke, Transcendence, and also you'll be getting a spoilerific analysis on The Amazing Spider-Man 2. In that review, I will pull no punches. I will completely go in depth with spoilers in an audio or unedited fashion. And also for that perk, you also get reviews of films that I've seen for the very first time this month that may be older, that aren't in cinemas right now. I haven't seen it yet, but I do plan to see The Raid because it's on Netflix and The Raid 2 is out. So I'm going to see that and you'll get that review. I'm also going to throw in a review for Lego Batman the Movie. Yeah, I saw that. It's actually pretty funny. But even more films could be added to the list over the next couple of days. So what else have we got? Other perks include getting consultation on your own film project. It's coming to the beginning of summer, so I know that there are many people out there working on film projects at college or at university, some student films. So if you'd like some help with that for a month, then be sure to get in touch and I'll answer any questions you have. And you can also request in-depth reviews, such as the patron who requested the Doctor Who and the Gunfighters, and you can also get a Skype call from me as well. Thanks to everyone who has supported me through Patreon. Because of YouTube cutting my revenue for 6 months, the income from Patreon is pretty much the only thing keeping me alive right now, so thanks a lot for that. So anyway, I hope you've had a great month. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and I shall see you guys in May 2014. Bye-bye.